Okay, so we're back. We're talking about the wildfires in North and South Carolina. Specifically, I want to talk to you about preparing. So, preparing before the process. So, we know that there's been wildfires that's been happening quite frequently. It happened first and foremost in the Los Angeles area. So, we know that that happened, and it was terrible fires that consumed so much of Los Angeles to the point where they're still looking to rebuild, and it stopped on January 31st, where they were able to get the fires under control. Well, now we're seeing it in North and South Carolina, and over 175 wildfires have been erupted within the area. And so I do want to talk about ways that we can prepare for situations beforehand. I think so often we may be taken by surprise when things happen and we're not prepared. We're not ready for any of the things. I can't say that we're going to be able to know everything that's going to happen before it happens, but we can be prepared as much as we possibly can. So I do want to share some of those tips specifically from readync.gov. I thought it was fitting, especially within North Carolina. And what they're saying is that you want to make sure that you have an emergency kit. So, a first aid kit. If you don't have one, make sure you get one. You never know when you may need it. If you may need a go bag, that also may be something that you may need. So, a bag that has all of your personal belongings in it with that first aid kit. Okay. So, if you have to leave in a hurry, you're able to do that. Also, too, making sure that you have a communication plan. So, what do I mean by that communication plan? My background is in communications. And so I mean having an exit strategy. Okay. So, if you may have to leave in a hurry, knowing where you're going, okay, having maps to plan out your routes, because this is real life and this is happening, on a regular basis. Really, honestly, throughout since the beginning of the year, there's been things that's been happening unexpectedly. So we need to prepare. All of us need to prepare for any emergency. Okay. So I did want to just share that with you all, just some tips so that you can prepare in the process. You can prepare before the process, and you can just really just make sure on top of prayer, you're prepared. Okay. Because it's important that you do that. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in to ALN. And I'll have more news coming up tomorrow. No more tonight. I am signing off and I'm wishing you all a blessed evening. And please keep everyone in prayer. Like I mentioned before, it's important. It's important for us to pray. I say this often, pray without ceasing. And I mean that. We all need to pray. You never know when you may have to pray for somebody else. So it's important to be girded up and building up your faith, right? Building up your faith and praying and making sure that you're seeking the Lord for yourself and for your friends and for your families, because you never know when they need those stored up prayers in the bank. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Have a lovely, lovely night.